Hey everybody, and welcome into this episode of Chamber. Yeah, you're getting down now, getting down now. So welcome into this episode of Chamber Chat Live from the TriCounty Area Chamber of Commerce. Good afternoon. My name is Bill Vitiello. I'm the Director of Institutional Relationships and the Director of Marketing for the Victory Bank. We are in season 6. I still can't believe it. And Eileen, just before we came on the air, now have a plan for season 7. We have a little something special.
Yes.
Yeah, that we're going to start incorporating to every show, which I think would be really cool. Simple, yet very cool. So, yes. So my guest today is none other than Eileen.
Ta-da!
You know, folks, there's a lot of times that we feature the area businesses and our membership, but every once in a while we need a chamber update. And I think this is really great timing, especially on the heels of the in-person event that we had last week. Maybe we want to chat about that a little bit, Eileen. And then I know you have some upcoming events and announcements that you want to chat about too. So this is going to be a very broad chamber chat. We would encourage you, as always, throughout all of our episodes, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, to please drop them in there. We're happy to answer them live. As long as it doesn't take mounds of research. I think we can handle it. So
I hope so.
Yeah. So Eileen, welcome to Chamber Chat this episode.
Thank you, Bill. Good to see you. It was good to see you last week as well. As you mentioned, we had our first return to in-person events. A huge thank you to everybody who came out and supported it. We had about 40 chamber members who came, had lunch, and really just a time to connect. There was no program, no agenda, really just an opportunity for people to shake hands, not shake hands, whichever they were comfortable with. But people like not having to look, at a mask and just be able to talk to somebody face to face. So actually, I'm working on a date and a location for holding one in July as well. I think it went well. It's low key for us. It doesn't take a lot on our part to do the event. So we don't do a lot of other things over the summer. So just thought this would be a good opportunity to try and fit one of these just, very casual lunches in the schedule. So
Sure.
Keep an eye out for that. I'm waiting to hear back from a restaurant. So as soon as I can get details confirmed, we'll get that information out.
Well, if not, we can fire up your grill. We'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Right? I just volunteered you.
Yeah, thanks. I barely cook at home, so
That's all right. You put me on the grill. I'll
Okay.
grill for everybody. That'll be
that
fine.
works. That works.
But I wanted to mention, it was interesting. You mentioned, whether it was a handshake or a fist bump or an elbow bump, whatever. It all ran the gamut from a hug to a handshake to a fist bump to, an elbow bump to just a wave sort of thing. I would encourage membership from a social perspective. If you're concerned about any type of social, stigma from this, like if you're not shaking somebody's hand or not doing this, not doing that, people just appreciate that you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me when I tell you, I had great conversations with, there was a lot of people I didn't get to, but I had great conversations with the people that I did. And I would just encourage you to embrace the fact that the chamber is reopening. We are getting back to in-person. Everybody's got a story to share. And, I think they want to hear yours. You want to hear theirs. So it's a great opportunity to connect. So thank you for hosting something in person. I thought it was fantastic.
I appreciate you being there. Thank you for that. Again, I agree with you. It was whatever somebody was comfortable with. I don't think there was any judgment. It
Nope.
was, this is a learning curve for all of us, and everybody was completely respectful of everybody else's situation. So again, I echo your thoughts. Please don't hesitate to come out. Again, we would love to see you and love to help you build up those relationships again.
Yeah, absolutely. Even mask, no mask, it really didn't matter, right?
No.
Because I think, again, as a society now, we're used to seeing people in masks. I think before we would have been like, what's going on there? Sort of thing. Maybe they have allergies or whatever the scenario is. Even then, it really didn't matter. But I think socially, we're a little bit more accepting of what that mask looks like and maybe why we're wearing it. So please don't feel any type of social pressure to come out to any of these events when you do. So I'm sure
Right.
you're going to be greeted with a smile and a hello. So,
Agreed.
all right. So what do you want to chat about today?
I also want to mention the MVPs. The
Mm.
MVPs show up on the beginning of the chamber chat screen. Just again, the January through June, 16 different companies that have provided us some additional financial support in exchange for exposure for their company. Great opportunity for them. Helps us, as the title says, helps us continue our mission and vision work with those partners' support. We're doing another round, so we are looking, again, changes, always changing things here. In the new year, we'll be changing our dues structure to a tiered dues system, which will take some time for us to ramp up. So in the meantime, we're doing a second round of MVP opportunities that will last from July to December. So a couple more weeks. If there's a chamber member business out there who wants that exposure, it's not only on Chamber Chat. Everything we do, every email, almost all of the events that we're doing right now have that company's name tied to them. They get tickets if it's an event. They're on our website, the event registration pages. It's just a great opportunity for exposure. So again, just a huge thank you to those who have already done the past 6 months. A huge thank you to the group of 13 who have re-upped for the second round. Just really couldn't do it without their support.
Yeah, I'm only going to echo what you say there, that when we're doing chamber chat, it's their financial support, again, that helps programming with the chamber. So thank you to all of our MVP sponsors for this time period. I also saw on LinkedIn today, we had a lot of membership renewals. My
We
goodness.
did.
I mean, you just go right down the list there.
So again, it's not, obviously, pandemic isn't an exact time that somebody thinks of joining the Chamber of Commerce. But again, we are extremely thankful for the members that have been able to stick with us, that continue to consider us enough of a priority in their balance sheet and their expenses, to really make sure that that chamber membership is something that they find the funds to keep. And we try our best to make sure that they see the value in that. So, we've had new members come on. Those are also recognized on social media and in our emails, and we've had plenty of members renew. We hope that some that we may have lost through the pandemic come back. Again, we continue to offer great programming and great opportunities for them to expand their business. So, hopefully we understand people had hardships. We all did. And, we are completely respectful of that. We just, we'll welcome them back when they have the opportunity.
So can I ask, and maybe you're not in a position to give me an advance of it, but is this something that the tiered membership could possibly welcome back some of those members where they could get in, I don't want to say an entry level, but maybe one of the lower tiers to start and then increase from there?
It's possible, yes. The tiers is an interesting structure because where, a company like Victory Bank pays additional opportunities to have sponsorships at events and things like that, and then pays membership dues on top of it. So when you go to a tiered program, that's all lumped into one. So the members' dues are already included in the tier, and then the tier that they select provides them additional opportunities for events, for again exposure, for different recognition for special things that we're adding in as new opportunities in the tiers. So it should be, it'll be an interesting step for us, and we'll be reaching out to members to sit down. It's, kind of a sit down and talk through it kind of process, just because there's a lot of information to go over.
So I hope you're going to name them something creative. Like the Pioneer or the Main Street.
Actually, no. Well, I think they're creative, but only in the fact that they they match our cornerstones. So
Great.
there's a stakeholder, and then that's our top level, and then business, building communities, creating connections, and supporting commerce will be the three tiers that follow. So
Awesome. Approved.
thank you.
Not like you needed my approval, but approved.
I do appreciate it though. I do.
Yeah. What else?
So,
What else you got?
so one of the things that I keep in mind and keep in the back of my head is a saying that I've heard before that if a plan doesn't work, change the plan, not the goal. So I think that's something that we continue to look at as an organization. We will always have the same goal, is to support the business community and help them grow. But sometimes our plans get messed up and we have to reevaluate. So Leadership Tri-County is a great example. We unfortunately couldn't maintain the program through the pandemic. So we had to take a year off. It led to the losing a great employee, but we are picking back up. We're regrouping, and the program has a new logo. It also has a new director. This program that's been in existence since 1993. We will continue to graduate. Right now, there's 16 people reserved for the class of 2022. We have the capacity for 20, so 4 more slots available. And we're actually doing something a little different this year. And we're contracting with Jenna Armato. She's a growth and success coach. She's been a guest on Chamber Chat before. And Jenna's actually going to serve as the director for the 10 months and really coordinate that program for us. So as we've mentioned on the show before, we're in the process of hiring. So extremely short-staffed. So what better way to facilitate a leadership program than with somebody who makes a living off of teaching leadership?
Absolutely.
So,
Jenna is a great choice. She will add such a great dynamic to this already dynamic program. So congratulations, Jenna, and looking forward to seeing the graduating class from leadership. That's awesome.
No, it should be great. It's always an interesting, mix of industries, male versus female, the age. It's always very varied. So, we have some great representation from employers throughout the community, throughout the Tri-County region, some sole proprietors sending themselves through the program. So we look forward to kicking off in September.
That's awesome. What else you got?
So the next thing I wanted to talk about, again, not changing the goal, but changing the plan. I wanted to announce I've been talking about our REACH, our Empowering Connecting Women's program. We had a half-day conference scheduled for next week, actually, for June 29th. We are taking a pause, and we're actually rescheduling that event. We're going to be moving it to November 4th. So just some factors weren't in place the way we wanted them to be. So again, the goal stays in place that we want to have an impactful and motivational program for our community. And we just need to tweak the plan a little bit. So we look forward to continuing to market that event. It should be a great afternoon. And we hope if maybe you couldn't come on June 29th, maybe your schedule is going to be open on November 4th. And now we can grab some people who might have been on vacation. It's just a bad time of year to try and schedule some of these major events.
Well, I think, and look, it's very well intentioned, right? Because you have to continue your programming, but we are reopening here, and I think people's times are divided a little bit.
Sure.
So let's let the dust settle a little bit, and let's look towards November.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. We have one speaker who wasn't able to move to the new date, but we will work diligently to find a speaker who's just as great. And maybe we'll use that speaker for one of the REACH luncheons throughout the rest of the program year. So
I think Drew Griffin might be available if needed.
do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, Drew? Drew's spoken at some pretty high level industry gatherings, so you never know.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So change. seems to be the theme of my talk today.
He says all shucks. Nice.
We love you, Drew. So one
Yeah,
of the things I wanted to,
how do you
you
make the heart?
guys,
I don't even know
I'm
how
not
to do
even,
that.
I was gonna say, I'm not even gonna try.
I am so social media. Yeah, there it goes. I probably didn't do that right at all. Everybody on TikTok or whatever, they're like, you got it the wrong way, dude. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
They're gonna use your mistake as
Right.
another video.
As another tick. Yeah, like look at this dude, right? I'm going to be on the bloopers, TikTok blooper reel. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So one of the things I wanted to talk about as well is business card exchanges and how we're going to change those up a little bit. So again, as we come out of COVID and we're trying to find new ways and appropriate ways to hold events, I thought it might be a better opportunity for us to have a standard location. As you are well aware, business card exchanges usually hop from business to business. Leaves me a little bit less in control. So I can't necessarily make sure that certain things I can ask them to be taken care of, but can't necessarily guarantee it. So we thought working with one venue for a couple months would at least give us the opportunity to have expectations set for members and make sure that we meet them when they come to the event.
Where are we going?
We're going to Sunnybrook.
Hey, all right.
So we're going to go to Sunnybrook Ballroom. They're going to try and work with us, possibly the couple of months, maybe theme each business card exchange so that it might have a different menu, different drink options, etc. But we're also going to change the name and we're going to call them TriCounty Chamber Member Showcases. And because I'm working with a venue like Sunnybrook, we're going to give members the opportunity to exhibit. So some businesses don't have a location large enough to host a business card exchange. Some don't have it in their budget to be able to do that. But this gives businesses who may not have an opportunity to get that level of exposure, an opportunity to get some exposure. So again, something new, we're going to try it. My philosophy. If we try it, it works. Great. We'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, we'll move on.
Well, again, I
Chamber
think
Chat's a great example.
Yeah, and I think this is where the membership feedback really comes in. If we wind up doing this and it doesn't go the way the membership anticipates it, then recommend something different. We're open. This isn't Eileen's chamber. This is our chamber. As much as, with all respect to your presidency. But yeah, again, that's that opportunity to give feedback there. If something's not working, we'll change it. But if it is working, be engaged. Let's make this the best chamber we possibly can. Make those connections you want to make in order to grow your business or grow your relationships in the community, right?
Right. Yes. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. We'll try it, and we will, like you said, we'll change it if we need to. If we maybe aren't getting enough people who want to exhibit, we can go back to the option of businesses hosting it. We'll also give businesses the opportunity to serve as the sponsor. So almost as if they were hosting it at their venue. However, a little different. When you're hosting it, you're also feeding and giving beverages to everybody in attendance. So at this point, between expo table and hopefully sponsorships, the chamber's going to cover that expense for the most part. So it also makes it a little easier to serve as a sponsor. You'll still get that recognition in the marketing, be able to talk and make announcements at the event. Obviously have a display table, so we'll try it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've kind of talked about maybe doing some on-site chamber chats. So we could even, that could be an opportunity for some folks too. So, so we'll talk a little bit more about that as well.
Okay. Sounds good. And then we've got upcoming events. As I mentioned, we're working on an in-person event for July, but we also have the rescheduled Boyertown Area Progress Dinner, which should have been March of 2020. Actually, it was scheduled for the week after everything shut down. So we are inviting everybody back to an event on July 28th. We will be, that Wednesday evening, we'll be at Valley Spring Inn. for the redo of the Board Area Progress Dinner. We've had, because of the schedule change, some people who haven't been able to keep their reservations. It was a sold out event. So we do have some tickets that if somebody would like to join us that evening, we have some opportunities to do that.
Cool.
In August, we have LeaderCast. LeaderCast theme this year is Shift. We will be at New Hanover United Methodist for a rebroadcast of LeaderCast, which is actually happening on August 11th. Our venue couldn't accommodate us that day, so we're moving it to August 18th. 9 different speakers, great opportunity to hear some nationally renowned speakers that are obviously not speaking to you in person, but you get a chance to hear all of their messaging for, one afternoon and one ticket price, and we'll feed you breakfast and lunch. So it's a good day.
Yeah.
And then in
All right.
September will be the annual dinner, Thursday, September 23rd. Look for information next week. We'll announce the speaker and start getting that marketing out for that, which is always our largest event of the year. So again, something that should have happened in April of 2020. So we're very excited to bring everybody back in, have our big party, which is the annual dinner, and have that be a night of celebration for everybody.
So some degree of normalcy is returning here.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're keeping our fingers crossed it can stay.
Yeah.
So, we will we'll continue to keep plugging along, as, we expect to be in person, and we will really hope that is the case, because it'll create a real big kink in the system if it's not. So
yeah. Well, we'll just adjust the way we adjusted in the past.
Very true.
Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Agreed.
I think we're all a little bit better at adjusting now. So
yes, we've all become a little bit more used to just flipping on the spur of the moment.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to review today from the president's desk?
Just, reminding everybody of opportunities that just exist and are part of your membership. Everybody was given enhanced listings. So everybody can take video. They can, if they've been on Chamber Chat, they can put video, pictures, etc. up on their business directory listing on the website. You talked about it last week. We were joking around about technology. We've launched a membership app. So right on people's phones, they can have the entire membership list. You can check in with somebody, you can contact them right from the directory, pulling it up in the app on your phone. So really just trying to make it as easy as possible for members to stay connected and to support each other. So, sorry, were you going to say something?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I do want to talk about one other thing, but go ahead.
I just want to remind people about Live Workshop, member press releases, community calendar, job postings, all available on our website. Please use our website as a resource. If you know somebody looking for work, if you know somebody coming into town for the weekend, check out the community calendar, check out the job postings pages, and share them with people who could use that information. And then going to be sending information out soon. We started this CEO Roundtable program at the beginning of COVID, just to give businesses an opportunity to come together over Zoom, all at a CEO level, just kind of talking through things that they were having issues with. We are reorganizing the program. We're going to move to in-person meetings. We're going to have a little bit more of an agenda, just rather than the open conversation that the program started with. So, looking forward to getting that group back, bring on some new people as well, and just, again, create that special network and community. We're kind of like our own little community as the TriCounty Area Chamber of Commerce. So just an opportunity for people to make stronger relationships.
And we have some strong business leaders in the community as well. So the CEO Roundtable is a good one. I was going to ask, I saw you guys had a visitor the other day. Coming up.
Oh.
Yeah. What's going on there?
I actually am so oblivious that I would not have known we had a visitor if Drew wouldn't have he contacted me through Slack and said, "Did you see the bear?" And I thought he was joking around because there is a a statue of a bear in Smith Family Plaza in the park outside our office, not an actual bear. So he sent me the link of the video that was on Facebook and was quite surprised that, oh yeah, there was a bear right outside of our building.
Yeah. So, do you know if they caught the bear yet?
I do not. I hadn't heard. We were kind of hearing and following different updates throughout the morning, and the bear had moved into West Pottsgrove and was, sounded like he was heading a little west of Pottstown. So I'm assuming they did. They were kind of keeping right on track. So I'm confident that they.
Is there any word on whether or not that bear was an ambassador from Boyertown?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he broke free from one of the bear displays.
Well, I don't know. You never know. I mean, the community is always up for improving relations, and
that is true.
You never know if Boyertown's going to reach out or we reach out to them. So yeah. All right. Well, stay safe.
Well, it was funny. I had a former coworker. She sent me a text when she saw the video, and she thought it would be a good headline if I went out there. She said, the chamber president tackles bear just as she tackles business.
Right. There you go.
TriCounty area.
There you go.
It's not quite up for that one.
Yeah.
So
I think people would pause at that.
Oh, yes. Lovely.
Yeah, it's a headline that barely writes itself.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you so much. Hey, Drew, I'm clawing for things. What can I tell you?
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'm killing it. All right. Well, we hope you guys have a cuddly afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Chamber Chat. My guest today has been Eileen. She is the president for the TriCounty Area Chamber of Commerce. And until we connect again, all my best. Bye for now.